Welcome to today's episode of The Samson Show. Lots of good things today, but first, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now for some exciting things happening in our high school.
Alright, for this week's Pirate Book winners, for middle school we have Julian and Paige Francis. For high school we have Dawson Lee and Jane Stetch Larson.
Now for some exciting things happening in our elementary school.
My name is Reagan and I'm interviewing Mr. Andy. What made you want to make books?
So I started making books actually in college. I went to the University of Maryland Global Campus, and one of the assignments was to design a book that is so Splinter Kitten Uses His Head is actually a class assignment.
How did you make these books?
I used Adobe products. Well, first I sketched out each page I wanted to do. I made a plan, and I planned out the story. Then each sketch I took a picture of, moved over to Adobe Photoshop, and I made a line art, and I filled it in. I did the backgrounds. Each panel I moved over to InDesign, and I made full spreadsheets of each 2 pages as one spread for the book, and then I took all of that and moved it over to Amazon so that I could do final checks.
How did you make each book have a different type of printing?
So each font is actually an Amazon offered font. I actually think I downloaded this one because I wanted it to look more childlike. But for these two, I wanted them to look more serious and mysterious because Splinter Kitten Uses His Head and Skunk Ape Finds Her Smell are both cryptids, whereas Cowgate and Shippo is Zachary interacting with the cats.
Why were all the books animals?
I really like animals. Animals are fun to draw. You don't have to worry about it looking exactly like the animal because I'm a bit of a perfectionist.
How long did it take you to make these books?
So each book took about 6 months. It's a long process.
Why did you make the cryptid ones and the cat ones?
So the cryptid ones are interesting American folklore stories. And then for Kage and Shippo, those are my own pets. And I wanted to write stories about them.
I noticed at each one in the back it has something about your family, like a little saying.
Right, so each book has a little dedication to my family because they're the ones that help me finish the books. They're the ones that make sure there's no spelling mistakes, or if a page looked weird, they were my editors basically, because even adults make mistakes when they're making things.
What advice did you give to students that wanted to make books?
So my advice is, first of all, anything can be a book. The second suggestion I would have is set aside time because there's a lot that goes into it. Last is have somebody else look over it because everybody makes mistakes. And as someone who had a book printed that had tons of typos, better safe than sorry.
Were you happy that you got the assignment or did you not want to do it?
If I'm being completely honest, I was not happy because books take a lot of effort and it was my first time and I didn't know what to do or how to do it. I buckled down, I actually did it, and it turns out it's actually a really fun process. But initially, no, did not want to do it. I'm glad I did though.
Are you going to make any other children books?
So the next book I'm planning on making is called Kage and Shippo, going where Shippo can't follow because Kage passed away a little while ago, and I want to do one last book to commemorate how awesome Kage was.
Do you enjoy making books?
I do, a lot. I wish I had more time to do it because it's a lot of things to do, and I work here at the school, and I'm really busy. But eventually I'm going to set aside time so I can actually go back to what I like doing.
Do you get any ideas from children that talk to you?
All the time. All the time. And I wish I could make every single idea into a book. So the Kage and Shippo ones, they're Zachary's ideas.
Would you ever ask a kid for advice?
Yes, I do. So I do plan on, that was something we talked about, maybe making a book before I go, like with the kids that I worked with here, but it's still in the planning stages. I have to set some time aside. So
I think that's all the questions I got.
Well, thank you for having me, Reagan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now for some exciting things happening in our high school.
Your trash? Good job. Attention, attention!
What?
Middle and high school students, the school is starting to recognize you, specifically students with good grades, with honor roll ceremonies.
Wait, when?
We will have 2-semester honor award ceremonies during seminar, where the student population, parents, command, and community members will be invited. One will be in late January and one will be in late May.
Really?
Yeah, and I know that you want to be recognized. So here are the goals you're going to want to achieve during the school year. Pirate honor roll, 3.0 to 3.49 GPA average for the entire semester. Principal's honor roll, 3.5 to 3.99 average for the entire semester. Community superintendent's honor roll, 4.0 plus GPA average for the entire semester. High school students will also be recognized for their yearly GPA. More information for that is to be announced.
I gotta get to studying.
Now for some exciting things happening in our high school.
Have you seen the new swag?
Have you seen the new swag? Holy!
We interrupt this important announcements with breaking news.
So you guys know Hayden, he left. So, this is in memory.
He's got the editing skills of a wizard.
Hayden Sakai is someone that is very dependable.
Dude, impressed, I guess. Yeah, more impressed.
He was pretty cool. He was
spunky and spontaneous person that he will be missed truly.
He is very intelligent.
He owes me money.
We thank you for watching. Have a great week.